Yeah, we live.
Live.
Salute. We live.
Humble Hustlers podcast, live from the Humble Hustlers headquarters. How y'all doing out there today? Monday night. Let's see what's going on.
You know what I mean? As y'all can see, we got a different little setup, trying something different. But of course, we're going to start the show like we always started, like thanking everybody for their eyes and their ears for tuning in and sharing your most valuable commodity. You could have been anywhere this evening, but you decided to share your time with us, and we really appreciate that. So as you can see, you know what I mean, we at the Humble Hustler headquarters, trying something new this evening, a new setting. You know what I mean, for the people that regularly tune in, y'all know how, you know, our usual setup look. You know what I mean? So give us y'all comments. Which one y'all like best? Y'all like the old setting with the white chairs? Or you like us, you know what I mean, chilled at the table with my man at the head, you know what I mean, C-Note, you know what I mean?
Live from the Humble Hustlers headquarters. You know, as you can see, we don't got on no gear today. We don't got on no Ravens and Denver gear. Denver was off. My team played a little bad, but we won.
Yeah.
I wasn't really proud of them, but I still represented them today.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm just going to regurgitate to you something that you regurgitated to me earlier when we beat a real bad team. It was like, man, y'all beat so-and-so. I mean, y'all beat that. I told you, you know, it's a win. It was an NFL team. Yeah, it was the Jets. And, yeah, it looked like it was getting ready to get tight for a moment until you made that fumble there. That was a good play for you, Humphrey. Shout out to you, Humphreys, even though I'm not a Raven fan. That was an excellent play on the fumble when he snatched it out. It wasn't a peanut punch. I guess we could call it Charm City snatch. You know what I mean? But he saved the game because it looked like momentum was going the Jets' way.
On any given Sunday, though, anybody can beat anybody. Look at Philadelphia. They had Dallas 21-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
Wound up losing.
Yeah, you know what, man? It sort of kind of threw my whole script for the podcast off today because, you know, I had a whole lineup for Rest in Peace Dallas fans. But instead of me doing a rest in peace and giving a tombstone tonight, I'm going to have to salute them. Dallas Cowboy fan, I can't even call them Cowgirls, man. They showed up to my man Udi, closed my eyes, a moment of silence. The Eagles, Pew, they stank yesterday, man.
They stinked up the court.
Yeah, Saquon fumbled. You know what I mean? Then as soon as they kick off after Dallas, then the dude fumble on the kickoff, man. I don't know what happened with Philly yesterday. They had too much brotherly love, you understand? But I ain't got no Bronco gear on today because, you know what I mean, we had a break today. We'll see the Commanders on the 30th.
We might go to that game.
Yeah, well, with that being said, because we played them in Washington, but, you know, another moment of silence. Let me close my eyes.
I just wanted to say this while you're having a moment of silence. if football only had 3 quarters, the Giants would be undefeated.
Yeah, I was telling my man Bonky that.
Shout out to Bonky.
Shout out to my man Big Bonky. I was telling him that earlier today when I seen him on the air. I said, boy, if the NFL was only 3 quarters, the Giants would be undefeated, man. The last 5 games.
They beat everybody to the 4th quarter.
They're going to the 4th quarter with a lead, man. A double-digit lead in some cases. And come out with an L, not a lesson, but a loss. You heard me.
A big loss. You heard me.
But what we're going to do is, our first little segment today, we're going to run through the NFL. We're going to go through the divisions real quick, just give our opinions on before we get real serious on y'all, because we got a nice topic for y'all. So we're going to start in the AFC. So in the AFC East, you got Miami, you got New England, you got Buffalo, and you got the Jets. So basically, that's a dogfight between Buffalo and New England. What you think about that?
Yeah, I think Buffalo was starting to tank. I think they reached their peak and then they started to hit the slope.
As you saying, don't y'all already played Buffalo, right?
Yeah, they beat us the first game of the season.
Oh yeah, that's that game when y'all was beating them by 15 and lost in the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, we did the Giants.
Yeah.
We did the Giants.
Yeah, but I can't even, you know what I mean, I can't even really give y'all the blues because, you know what I mean, y'all really, that was a big comeback, y'all, you know, 5 games in a row, despite who y'all was playing, y'all at the top of y'all division. I don't know what Pittsburgh doing, but the really good part about it, make it interesting for the rest of the season, is y'all got Pittsburgh twice. And no matter what the records is, it's always a dogfight, you know what I mean?
But that determines, you know, if we get past Pittsburgh, everything else might be a piece walk.
Yeah.
But I think Pittsburgh cool, but I think we're gonna smash them.
All right. So between Buffalo and New England, who you think gonna win that division? Because that's basically who it is in that team.
I think New England gonna win it.
Okay, and they at the top of the AFC. Matter of fact, they got the best record in the NFL right now. They 10-2. We right behind them. Broncos 9-2. So of course we looking for them to lose. We try to get home field advantage. We right behind them. Broncos 9-2. So of course we looking for them to lose. We try to get home field advantage. In the Browns. So basically, it's a two-team fight between y'all and Pittsburgh, but you know everybody in y'all is still sort of kind of in the mix because y'all not that good.
Slid that in.
No, but I mean that's just an honest opinion. But I already know you're gonna give me a biased opinion on who you think gonna win that division. But what you think about the division, and then let me know who. Honest opinion, but. I already know you're going to give me a biased opinion on who you think going to win that division. But what you think about the division, and then let me know who you think going to win the division. I already know what the
These people that set the odds and Vegas and gambling and things like that, including myself. Well, we have a 72% chance of winning the division. So
Cincinnati, Turkey Day, and not only do y'all got Cincinnati, well, listen, make sure if y'all and y'all blankets, y'all ain't got no chicken pox in it. If you know, you know, on Turkey Day. But blankets, y'all ain't got no chicken pox in it. If you know, you know, on Turkey Day. But on Turkey, y'all got the late game, 8 o'clock. Y'all got Cincinnati and Joe Burrow come back.
No, he ain't coming back.
Yeah, he is. They already said he coming back Thursday night.
Well, we're gonna put him back out.
Y'all gonna put him back out?
I think really, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
Right.
Because Thanksgiving really wasn't what people say it really is.
Right, that's another show.
But that's another show
right,
for another day.
That's why I said.
But I will fry turkey Wednesday night. I will fry my turkey Wednesday night and enjoy the game Thursday night. Fried turkey Wednesday night. I will fry my turkey Wednesday night and enjoy the game Thursday night.
Of course, you said y'all gonna beat Cincinnati. Which
13.
Okay.
Baltimore.
All right. I ain't gonna fight you on that. You might get over resistance out me if T. Higgins was playing, but he ain't playing. He ain't concussion protocol, so he ain't gonna be able to play Thursday. It's unlikely not concussion protocol on Sunday. That's difficult for him, but we'll see.
And Lamar has been playing kind of iffy right now. So when he get
concussion protocol on Sunday, that's difficult for him, but we'll see.
And Lamar has been playing kind of iffy right now. So when he get I think he might be.
That would give a reason why some of his passes be off, they be high, because all that's footing, setting your feet. So if your ankle hurt, you ain't. That would give a reason why some of his passes be off, they be high, because all that's footing, setting your feet. So if your ankle hurt, you ain't setting properly. You know, and then one time yesterday, one time he broke out the pocket and he went left. Normally, once he get that step on the linebacker going outside, he gone. But quarter, I was like, nah, Lamar hurt. And I mean, I'm not even a Raider fan.
He don't even have the burst. He
ain't got the burst.
He ain't got the burst that he used to have. He just trotting right now.
Yeah.
I think he playing at like 40 or 50%.
I don't know about if it's that bad, but he definitely ain't the Lamar that I'm used to seeing. And with that being said, we're gonna go to the AFC West, and of course that's us, the Broncos, that's the Chargers, the Raiders, is the Broncos, Chargers, the Raiders. Who else? The Chargers, the Raiders, is the Broncos, Chargers, the Raiders. Who else in our division? I had a long day today.
The Broncos, Chargers, Raiders, and somebody else, another bum team.
Kansas City.
Another bum team.
So, what's your opinion on our division? You got, we won. We had 2, and we got the Chargers, Los Angeles Chargers behind us. They like 8-4, 7-4. They got Kansas City, and of course we got the Raiders bringing up the rear. So, what you think about us? We got Washington Sunday on the 30th. Raiders bringing up the rear. So, what you think about us? We got Washington Sunday on the 30th.
We know the Raiders some trash.
Yeah.
Chargers Chargers is fat.
They bipolar. One day they good, one day they awful.
Kansas City, they got a lot of help. They just wear black and white. So I ain't gonna say no names, but they got a lot of help.
You're a conspiracy theorist.
And Denver's playing the best ball. To tip my hat to them.
I appreciate that. Because it's not a lot. What you can ready to say? But you can't put a but. Listen. For this is English. This is an English lesson for everybody. Grammar lesson. Say but. You can't put a but. Listen. For this is English. This is an English lesson for everybody. Grammar lesson. But is a conjunction. And when you put it's a conjunction that hooks two phrases. Now, the two phrases that the but connects, the conjunction it connects, is in contrary. So when you say Denver had the but connects, the conjunction it connects, is in contrary. So when you say Denver having a good season for the last 4 or 5 years, so this year, I'll let you do that, but because I'm already sort of kind of itchy, I figure out that child is my skin dry because it's winter time that I put on any lotion, but I did, and as I look around the room, I found out why I'm itching.
He in Ravenland.
Such fucking Raven gear, man. This shit got me itching, man.
He in Ravenland.
This shit is irritating me.
Ravenland to make you itch.
Yeah, it's making me itch, and it should, because I'm not a Raven gear, man. This shit got me itching, man.
He in Ravenland.
This shit is irritating me.
Ravenland to make you itch.
Yeah, it's making me itch, and it should, because I'm not a Raven fan. You heard me.
But, you know,
Sonny, so we're going to switch over to the NFC. And we're gonna go ahead and start with my man and them, the Dallas Cowboys is Sonny. So we're gonna switch over to the NFC, and we're gonna go ahead and start with my man and them, the Dallas Cowboys is Dallas, Washington, Philly. Who else in that division with them? Dallas, Washington, Philly, and who else?
Giants.
And the Giants. My man Bonky saying so. My man Bonky like the Giants. We got Udi, he like Philly. We got you know what I mean? We got a long list that like Dallas, and we got my man Chance 1500. Shout out to my man Chance, my man Lip. You know what I mean? Locked in down the bakery now. Yeah, they like the Commanders, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, once he get back on the set, we're gonna figure out what he think about that NFC with the Commanders, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, once he get back on the set, we're gonna figure out what he think about that NFC with Dallas and then who he going.
Now, the big good division right there.
Yeah.
Philly and Dallas was fighting yesterday. Get control of the division. Even though Philly got a record, but in the conference record, I think Dallas might got them.
I don't think
even though Philly got a record, but in the conference record, I think Dallas might got them.
I don't think I think Dallas, you know what I mean, they got the momentum. I got them going to the playoffs, so I will give them that. Shut it down. See you next year. The Giants, shut it down. See you next year. You know what I mean?
Come on over to the Ravens.
And so then we got the NFC, so that's Dallas. So then we got the NFC, we got San Francisco, we got Arizona, we got Jacksonville, right?
Yeah, Jacksonville.
No, Jacksonville is with the Colts.
Yeah, Jacksonville over there with Tampa Bay.
So it's not Jacksonville, it's Carolina. So it's Carolina.
They play tonight.
Arizona, San Francisco, and Seattle. What do you think about that division?
I like Seattle, even though they jacked my money off just good.
You like Seattle to win that division? So what do you think about that division?
I like Seattle, even though they jacked my money off just good.
You like Seattle to win that division? So that win that division. So that San Francisco got Brock Purdy. What you think about? No, I mean, he coming back. He wasn't starting, so he coming back from his injury. So what you think about their chances on making the playoffs?
They're going to make a run.
You'll make a run. So what you think about they took his guarantee back for next year? Because his salary, he had guarantees lined up for next year, and they took him back. and when they went and did a grievance for that with the NFL Players Association, he said he ain't want to do it. What you think about that situation with them taking his guarantee back? NFL Players Association, he said he ain't want to do it. What you think about that situation with them taking his guarantee back?
Well, I think right now he did what again?
The 49ers, they took his guarantees back.
All his guarantees?
Yeah, for next year. And the NFL Players Association was going to file a grievance on his behalf because they thought that wasn't fair. But he told them he ain't want them to do that.
He very generous to me because guarantee means guarantee. I want all mine.
Yeah.
For the hits they take, he supposed to get that money, especially the NFL wanted to file an agreement for him.
But I think that usually when a team do something like that, it's a lot of things going on behind the scene that we haven't heard about yet.
Or a lot of things he done.
Yeah, that we'll hear about later on in the year or when the season over, like missing meetings. And I think he injured, so he probably ain't been doing his rehab the way he's been supposed to. Probably been doing. You know how they do when they get a couple of hours, they want to do it their way. And the team want them to probably come on the team at the team facility and do the rehab day. He probably want to go his way, and so that was probably like his punishment or consequence for him being trying to do it his way. That's the price you pay sometimes.
I mean, certain things are done for a certain reason. And a lot of times when people do stuff and they try to take their money, they got something to back it up. So. And he know they got something back up. That's why he wouldn't want him to file.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. That's Brandon Ayuk with the 49ers. So we got San Francisco and Seattle at the top of that division. We got Seattle running away with winning that division and possibly San Francisco making a playoff run. So the final division we got in the NFC, and it's kind of like a tough one. It's actually in the AFC. It's the Colts, Jacksonville, Houston. It's the Colts, Jacksonville, Houston, and is that Atlanta?
Yeah.
The South.
Yeah, Atlanta, yeah.
So who you got winning that division?
Jacksonville, Houston, Atlanta,
and the Colts.
I like the Colts.
Got the Colts. Yep. Yeah, they lost to Kansas City Sunday. They still in the lead in their division. They 8-3, but Jacksonville on their heels. Jacksonville 7-4, and they playing pretty good ball down there. Trevor Lawrence, man.
But I don't know the Colts. I mean, they just squandered the points, wound up losing to Kansas City in overtime. But
I just like Daniel Jones. Yo, stand to me. That's why the Giants got rid of him.
He's playing pretty good.
It ain't him.
He don't got no clothes.
His job is running back. Today he had like 50 or 60 yards. They like trash.
Right.
So if
they still had to leave.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, right, that's the engine that make the train run. So if he ain't doing, it ain't Daniel Jones, it's him. So if yo ain't doing his thug thizzle, Daniel Jones ain't doing nothing for him.
So Coach only go as far as he go.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how I looked yesterday in a tough one.
Very interesting.
Yep. So we got New England with the best record in the NFL at 10-2. You got us, the Broncos, right behind them at 9-2. And then you got the Rams.
Oh, Rams are good.
Yeah, the Rams.
That's the sleeper team.
If I'm not mistaken, I think we got the division mixed up. I think the Rams is in the division with San Francisco. So it's San Francisco, the Rams, and Seattle and Atlanta.
Oh, so Rams gonna win that. So Rams right now.
But Seattle
right now at this Monday, the Rams are playing the best football in the NFL right now. Whether you agree or not, they lost to Philly by a block field goal, and the running back fumbled on the goal line. That's the 2 games he lost. Other than that,
I mean, bro, if that's the case,
go back to Denver.
If that's the case, and Indianapolis, Joe missed the field goal. They called the flag. That's how we lost that. And it was a bullshit call against the Chiefs. Missed the field goal. They called the flag. That's how we lost that. And it was a bullshit call against the Chargers. So if you take, them two, I'll tell you, but I agree. You made Matthew Stafford look like the Rams. He got 30 touchdowns and 2 interceptions this year, so he looked real good to be an old man out there. And Devontae Adams been rejuvenated out there, and Puka Nacua, you know what I mean? That's the once they got him, he did the same thing Cup did, but for less money because he's still on his rookie contract.
Yeah, so we don't need you. We're gonna need that money.
We ain't gotta pay you all this money when he doing what you doing and more. Plus he got hurt and more, and he ain't injured. He younger. He ain't injured. We paying him less, and we get the same thing, if not more, out of him. So it was a business decision that the team made. So yeah, but that's how I run through the NFL. You know what I mean?
Salute to the football gods.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Shout out to my man Lou.
Salute to the football gods.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Shout out to my man Lou. I'm gonna give him his props. Bush's man 26. You know what I mean? The man gods, you know what I mean? They shine a little sunlight on him. But I'll be at him. He been ducking me the last couple of days.
This was my man Wayne. You been on the line getting your ass whipped?
Wayne? It's not more. But with that, that's a good for us to segue to the serious segment of our podcast this evening. Wanted to talk about something across fourth grade syndrome, and it's based on research specifically concentrated on Black. His research conducted by his name is Dr. Wani Kunjufu. He's an author, and he did research. And what he did was he followed Black boys. Real big education success. To get up. State of Maryland. Overall, the school even less than 24% state resulted in being math proficient. So just with this guy from the 3rd to the and examples he gave 2.5 years. So from the 3rd to the 7th grade for about 5 years. So not only did their IQ scores drop, but they didn't progress in the fashion that they should have in schools. And so basically it was like the schools was dumbing them down. What's your schools? And so basically it was like the schools was dumbing them down. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts on that, right? And as I listened to you explain the statistics and trying to understand what you was really after the 4th grade, from the 4th
to the 3rd grade
to the 3rd grade, after the 3rd grade to the 7th grade,
right?
They didn't progress after the 4th grade, from the 4th to the 3rd grade to the 3rd grade. After the 3rd grade to the 7th grade,
right?
They didn't progress. They degressed.
Basically. Period. So education is like the foundation. So I guess they didn't progress. They wouldn't progress in social skills, but they also were deficient in as well. But it concentrated specifically on academics. So basically, when they entered the 3rd grade, they had a deficient in as well, but it concentrated specifically on academics. So basically, when they entered the 3rd grade, they had a particular IQ score, and when they did that IQ test again in the 7th grade, the IQ scores were lower. So that meant essentially they weren't as smart in the 7th grade as they was in the 3rd grade. And then in addition to that, when we talking about years that they were supposed to progress, so if you go from the 3rd grade to the 7th grade, you should have progressed 5 years. So 3 examples that he gave in his research should have progressed 5 years. So 3 examples that he gave in his research, one student progressed a year and a half. The middle student progressed 2.5 years, and the 3rd student didn't progress at all.
Wow.
So one student that didn't progress at all is actually the student that progressed 2.5 years is 2.5 years behind, and the student that progressed 1.5 years is 3.5 years behind, and their IQ's dropped. Student that progressed 1.5 years is 3.5 years behind, and their IQ's dropped.
I'm agree with that. When the kids come in the world, they come in the world with a high IQ anyway, able to adjust and cope and learn different mechanisms to survive in this world.
But just learning, yeah, exactly.
So their IQ be already off the chart anyway, because if you watch a baby, they do some things that are amazing.
And you'll be like, how did they learn that? How did they do that? And how did they say that?
Like it might come out that far. But that's the IQ. Their IQ be already fine above and high. Right. But what happens is when they learn the ways of the world, when they learn the ways of the world, it brings their IQ level down. And then they try to adjust to the ways of the world, which makes them not being able to cope no more to the skill, their mechanism skills that they had at first.
Well, yeah, they have research that show that basically, in layman's terms, not to get real technical, but basically like school be dumbing the children down. Like you'll wonder how you'll take a child that'll start in Head Start, and you know what I mean, and they like a sponge. They soaking up everything. They excited about learning. Like, look, pop, look, dad, look, mom, look what I did in school today. This what I learned. They run around singing the little songs that they learned, and by the 4th grade, it's like a light bulb. It's like the light bulb just start going out, and you can actually see it going out, and you be trying to the ones that clear-minded and conscious-minded, they try to put resources or things in place to support the children, because you can actually see the decline in your child. And Dr. Giovanni Conjufu, what he did was, as opposed to it being just conjecture or say rumor or something that we think, it actually was something that he did research on, was able to give empirical evidence that's basically what's occurring, that kids, children will enter school with a particular level of intelligence, and by the 4th grade, that has been diminished or decreased. And that might explain why, especially in our city, why our dropout rate is so high. Usually, they don't make it past. Why, especially in our city, why our dropout rate is so high. Usually, they don't make it past the 8th grade. And this research went from the 3rd to 7th grade. So somewhere between the 7th and the 9th, they drop out and they just stop going to school.
So how do we look at it with the kids that didn't drop out but excelled and kept going? Did they check their IQ?
Well, I mean, you always go. He didn't say that all of the children, for the most part, it was affected that way. But then that's why I said that there were other variables part. So we talking about your home environment. We talking about not just your home environment. Now we talking about the neighborhood you live in. We talking about your family structure. if there is a family structure. So then when you add the fact that school, that's just, you know what I mean, that could be what that research could be, is just reflective of a result of all the other environments.
Circumstances create conditions. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, in some circumstances, absolutely, absolutely. In those particulars, so that could be the because I'm just brainstorming and trying to answer in my best version, from my point of view, why you would have some kids that would happen to, and then children that would happen to, and then why you would have other children, like you said, that would go on and excel. And maybe those, we're always going to have exceptions to the rules, but maybe they had a little more, and maybe those, we're always going to have exceptions to the rules, but maybe they had a little more support in place, and guidance, structure, home environment was a little different, even if it was in the same neighborhood, that actually gave them an extra boost.
So do you think when the kids came home in
the same neighborhood, that actually gave them an extra boost?
So do you think when the kids came home and the moms used to check the homework before they can go outside, did that played a major role in it? Because I don't think that been like nowadays.
Of course, that played that's a significant component that's beneficial, because that has an academic component, and then that has a social component too. It has the academic component because you have that academic structure, so your parent is involved because they're asking you about your homework, so they checking your homework so they can see where your strengths and your weaknesses are, so they can identify areas where they can get extra support for you. But as well, it has a social component too, because I talked about the guy Abraham Maslow, that was European psychiatrist Abraham Maslow, and he talked about the Maslow hierarchy of needs, and how at the tip of that pyramid is self-actualization, and before you get to self-actualization is one of those levels of needs is to be loved and wanted by others. And so if somebody's being granted, it's your parent that's taking time out their day, to make sure that so you feel that connection. So it's a social connection as well as an academic structure as well. So it benefits them on both ends.
So do love plays a major part in a person progressing and making better grades and stuff?
Well, for children, it plays a major part, yeah. But for adults, we sing, what the song say. What's love got to do with it? Don't love me, respect me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't love me, respect me. But as a child, yes, love certainly plays a part. In it, just in their growth and development. In order for you to be able to identify something in other people, you have to be able to identify it, in yourself. So absolutely, it definitely plays a part. I don't know anything that love doesn't benefit. You know what I mean? So, that's like one of them.
I also want to apologize to the people out there that we couldn't read your comments because it's a little far away. That we could have read y'all comments. I know y'all like to chime in and we like to answer y'all questions. But in the future, we'll make sure that we get y'all questions and answers. But we still answer your questions and answers if you put them in the inboxes.
Or put them in the chats. We'll definitely answer y'all. Reach out. But that's actually my fault. I take the hit on that because I supposed to have the laptop so that I could, still see it on the laptop right here.
Plug it in.
Yep. Answer the questions off the laptop as I say them as they come in. But we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. We definitely appreciate your eyes and your ears and your most valuable commodity, your time. I know we done missed some comments about the NFL. And our little run through, some people probably agreed with us, some people probably didn't agree with us, especially if we talked about you and you was a fan of a team that we talked bad about with us, some people probably didn't agree with us, especially if we talked about you and you was a fan of a team that we talked bad about. I know you ain't agree with us, but you Cowboy fans, y'all lucky. And y'all played well, so I can't take nothing away from y'all. But y'all really got to wait because I had a nice long rest in peace list for y'all guys today.
Also.
But what I'll do is I will archive it. I will put it up on the shelf. Because like Stephen A. Smith say, y'all not going to disappoint.
Also, I'm going to be frying turkeys. We're going to be frying turkeys.
You got humble hustler chef now.
Yeah, I'm a humble hustler chef. And I'm going to eat good. Even though I don't celebrate it.
Is you selling any of the fried turkeys?
Nah, that still to be determined.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna sell no turkey. But
so what you gonna have all the? You gonna have all the trimmings?
I'm gonna have all the trimmings, but I just want to be able to. Hope y'all enjoy yours like I'm enjoying mine, and sit back and watch and relax and enjoy. I hope y'all enjoy y'all family time, cause a lot of us don't know the significance of having a nice family, the love and support of your family. So the ones that do have it, enjoy it, because I wish my moms was here with me, but rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Miss Toby. Shout out to you, Miss Toby. We know you watch it over. But yeah, I definitely want second those comments, you know what I mean, in this holiday season. Wherever you celebrate the holiday or not, you know what I mean, just take the opportunity to enjoy your family, your loved ones. We have a lot of regrets. We had some regrets, and a lot of regrets based on the fact that we did more with them. We could have did more with them. We could have did with them now that they're gone. We know we all, at some point, we all going to die. That's a given. That's a universal law. We born to die. So we all know that our day is coming. So it's just that, hindsight is 2020. So all the things, what's the buzzword for this year? That P word. Priorities, you know what I mean? So all the things that we prioritize over spending time and spending moments with those special loved ones that we don't have now, that we wish that we could share with them now. Those are basically what our regrets are when they're gone. For me, my mom was like your father. She was real heavy in the church.
Right.
And every now and then when they would have special occasions at the church, when I stopped through to see, she was like, listen, baby, I need you to stop through on Sunday, before she could even finish, like, Ma, I ain't going to no church. You kill that right there. So, she, now that I think about it, it was the dumbest shit that I ever did, because I used to do it. And every time I did it, she used to be a tad bit disappointed. I always had to do something to make it up to her. But my dumb ass never caught on while she was alive to just go and not disappointed to have anything to make up for. And so that's, so I'm speaking from experience. That's definitely one of the regrets that I got, that, disappointed to have anything to make up for. And so that's, so I'm speaking from experience. That's definitely one of the regrets that I got, that, because it wasn't every Sunday. It might have been once every quarter. So that's 4 times a day I could have took out, and it wasn't the truth. I could have went simply the fact that the connection that I had with my mom. So for everybody out there that got your mother, the next time your mother call you and ask you to attend an event that you really don't want rock, that you really don't rock with, man, and you don't go, I'm just letting you know that's crazy work. That you really don't want rock, that you really don't rock with, man, and you don't go, I'm just letting you know that's crazy work. Get up, put something on, and go hang out with your peoples, man.
You can go anyway.
Yeah, because you ain't gonna be doing that but some other bullshit that you on when they no longer here with us. So make those on when they no longer here with us. So make those memories now and be intentional about making those memories.
And when y'all wake up on Thanksgiving, don't give thanks to the European ideology of what that Thanksgiving for. Give thanks for what you woke up. Allah bless you for another day. And the things that you do have and the things that you don't have and the things that you can achieve, give thanks to that.
Yeah, go ahead, give them more science lesson. Go ahead and walk the waters, Mo.
Way in the water. Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead and walk the waters,
I'm standing on my 45 all the time. More Science Temple of America, Clark-Bey. You know what I mean? So I hope y'all get a foundation and stand on it, be firm and believe about it, because that's what keep you going.
Yeah.
That keep your morals and principles intact.
Yeah. Believe in something, man. Find something you ain't got to believe in, but your homie believe in. You know what I mean? But find something to believe in. Find something to attach yourself to. You got to root and ground yourself. Trying to figure out why Anytime, you know, you got a good idea, you start something and you start, but it just don't work out, it's because your foundation ain't right. So get your foundation right. Plan your work and work your plan. And with that saying, we out.
I'm Hustlaz out.
Next Monday.
Log in YouTube.